John Cena just did the unthinkable. After 20 years as WWE's biggest hero, he stabbed Cody Rhodes in the back at Elimination Chamber 2025 and aligned with The Rock. Fans are calling it the biggest heel turn since Hulk Hogan joined the NWO. But why did Cena do it? Was this planned for years? And what does this mean for WrestleMania 41? There's more to this than meets the eye, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why Cena turned, what's next for Cody, and if this is really Cena's final WWE run. After surviving a brutal chamber match to earn a WrestleMania title shot, John Cena stood face-to-face with undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes. The two shared a moment of respect until The Rock's music hit. But The Rock wasn't just here for a surprise return, he was here for Cody's answer. Weeks earlier on SmackDown, The Rock had given Cody an ultimatum: sell your soul or watch your dream die again. Now, under the bright lights of Elimination Chamber, The Rock had come to collect. Cody didn't hesitate. He looked The Rock dead in the eye and told him to go F yourself. The Rock didn't react. He simply stared. Then, as Cody turned back to Cena, Cena pulled him in for a hug. For a split second, it seemed like Cena was on Cody's side until The Rock gave a silent throat-slash gesture. That was the signal. Out of nowhere, Cena low-blowed Cody. The crowd gasped. Then, without hesitation, Cena picked up the undisputed WWE Championship and smashed Cody in the face with it. And then, the most sickening part, The Rock had come prepared. In his hands was a custom-made weight belt, one he had brought with him to the ring. Emblazoned across it were the words "Cody's Soul," along with the date of Dusty Rhodes' passing. Without hesitation, The Rock and Cena whipped Cody with it. Cena stood over Cody. The Rock stood beside him. The ultimate hero of WWE for 2 decades had just turned his back on everything he stood for. But why? And what happens next? John Cena's shocking betrayal wasn't just about Cody Rhodes. It was about power. For 2 decades, Cena was WWE's ultimate hero, carrying the company on his back. But times have changed. Cena is no longer the face of WWE. Cody is. For the past year, Cody Rhodes has been the top babyface, the man who finally finished his story. But Cena? His story never ended. He's a 16-time world champion, but he never surpassed Ric Flair's record. And now, with time running out on his career, he made a choice. If he couldn't take back WWE as its hero, he'd do it as its villain. But this wasn't just about a title shot. This was personal. Cena always prided himself on his loyalty to WWE, to the fans, to everything he stood for. But what happens when loyalty isn't returned? The fans moved on, WWE moved on. Cody became the hero Cena once was. For years, people begged Cena to turn heel, but he refused. Now, they don't want him anymore. And that's exactly why he did it. And here's the irony. Cena hated The Rock for leaving WWE for Hollywood. He spent years calling him a sellout. Now, he's standing right beside him, proving that maybe The Rock was right all along. Maybe it was never about loyalty, it was about power. The scariest part? Cena isn't just here to win, he's here to erase Cody Rhodes. With The Rock in his corner, Cena has a clear path to his 17th world title. Cody was already set to face him at WrestleMania 41, but now it's not just about the championship, it's about Cody's entire legacy. This isn't just a heel turn, this is a hostile takeover. But is it just Cena and The Rock, or is this the beginning of something even bigger? Looking back, WWE may have been setting this up for years, and we all missed the signs. For decades, John Cena was the one constant in WWE. Through the rise and fall of superstars, through every era shift, Cena remained the unshakable hero. But now, with his career winding down, it's clear. This turn wasn't a snap decision. It was destiny. Cena himself has teased a heel turn before. In 2012, during his feud with The Rock, WWE seriously considered turning Cena villain for the first time. He even had new music, new gear, and a full character shift ready to go. But at the last second, WWE scrapped it because they were afraid of losing his merch sales, sponsorship deals, and mainstream appeal. Cena later admitted, "That would have been the end of my Make-A-Wish visits, the end of everything." So he stayed the hero until now. But here's where it gets even crazier. The Rock may have been planting the seeds for this all along. Back in October at WWE Bad Blood 2024, The Rock made a shocking return, stepping onto the stage and silently holding up 3 fingers. At the time, no one truly understood what it meant, but speculation ran wild. Some believed it symbolized his 3-count victory over Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40, serving as a reminder of his dominance. Others thought it was a challenge directed at Cody, Roman Reigns, and Jimmy Uso, all of whom were present that night. Some even guessed it might hint at Solo Sikoa joining The Rock as part of a larger plan. But now, after Elimination Chamber 2025, the meaning has become chillingly clear. Fans quickly put the pieces together after Cena's betrayal, and tweets like "Rock warned us months ago at Bad Blood" have gone viral, comparing The Rock's 3-finger sign to Cena's signature 3 fingers up taunt. This wasn't just a coincidence, it was foreshadowing hiding in plain sight, and that changes everything. But there's another angle to consider. What if The Rock wasn't just teasing Cena's involvement, but the 3 key players in this story? The Rock, Cody Rhodes, and John Cena. Think about it. This entire rivalry is centered around 3 men who represent 3 different generations of WWE. The Rock, the Attitude Era legend, the power broker, Conquer, the self-proclaimed final boss. John Cena, the longtime face of WWE, now finally embracing the dark side. Cody Rhodes, the man trying to carry WWE into the future, but being met with roadblocks from the past. Could The Rock's gesture have been a sign that this entire feud would come down to these three men? That this wasn't just about Cena turning heel, it was about a much bigger power struggle in WWE's history? Either way, one thing is certain. This was never just about Cody Rhodes. This was about reshaping WWE itself. John Cena's heel turn has completely changed the landscape of WrestleMania 41, turning what was supposed to be a historic title defense for Cody Rhodes into a war for his entire legacy. Originally, Cena versus Cody was shaping up to be a classic respect-based showdown, a dream match between WWE's past and present. But after Cena's betrayal, this is no longer about competition. This is personal. Cody isn't just fighting to keep his title. He's fighting against two of the biggest stars in WWE history, actively trying to erase him. As it stands, Cody versus Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship is still the main event of WrestleMania 41. But is it really just a one-on-one fight? The Rock has made it clear his problem with Cody isn't over. He wanted Cody to sell his soul, and Cody refused. Now, The Rock has placed Cena in his path, acting as the enforcer of his vision for WWE. This raises huge questions about what happens next. Will The Rock continue to interfere? Will he be in Cena's corner at WrestleMania, playing the puppet master and ensuring Cody's downfall? Could The Rock and Cena be forming a larger faction? Cena didn't just betray Cody. He aligned himself with a man who has a history of controlling WWE from behind the scenes. If this is a full-scale power play, could they recruit Solo Sikoa, further fracturing the bloodline? Or does a wildcard like Braun Breaker, a young powerhouse looking to make an impact, align himself with WWE's biggest names? Does Cody need backup? With both The Rock and Cena against him, does he turn to an ally for help? Maybe someone with unfinished business with Cena, Randy Orton, steps in. Or does Cody swallow his pride and seek help from Roman Reigns, forcing the two biggest rivals of the last year to stand together against an even greater threat? What about CM Punk? Punk was eliminated from the Elimination Chamber by Cena, and if there's anyone who despises both Cena and The Rock, it's him. Could Punk insert himself into this war, not to help Cody, but to destroy Cena and Rock for his own reasons? Punk's entire career has been about fighting WWE's chosen stars, and now two of the biggest are standing side by side. What if this isn't just about WrestleMania, but about reshaping WWE itself? Could we be heading toward an all-out power struggle, one that goes beyond the undisputed title and decides who truly runs WWE? And here's the biggest question of all. Is this entire story WWE's way of catapulting Cody Rhodes into ultra-stardom? Cody's already a main eventer, but this feud could turn him into something even bigger. Bigger than Cena, bigger than The Rock, bigger than Hulk Hogan. WWE has never had a moment where an active full-time star defeated both Cena and Rock on the grandest stage of them all. If Cody can do it, he won't just be a star, he'll be an icon. One thing is clear, Cody is now an underdog again. After spending years climbing the mountain, finishing his story, and finally becoming champion, he now faces the impossible, overcoming not just Cena, but The Rock's entire power play. If Cody wins, it won't just be about keeping his title. It will be about defeating WWE's past and proving that he is the true face of the company's future. But if he loses, everything he built could crumble, and Cena will rewrite history with The Rock standing right beside him. The battle for WrestleMania 41 has just begun, and Cody Rhodes has never been more alone. But here's the question. Is John Cena truly here for one last ride, or is there more to this story? For years, Cena has balanced WWE and Hollywood, returning for special appearances, but never committing to a full-time schedule. But this is different. This isn't the nostalgic Cena comeback we've seen before. This is a full-blown reinvention. And that raises the question, is this really Cena's final run, or is he setting up a legacy-defining chapter before walking away for good? Cena has openly stated that he physically can't keep wrestling at the level he once did, and that 2025 is likely his farewell year. Reports indicate he plans to wrestle 30 to 40 matches in this final stretch, something he hasn't done in over a decade. If true, that means WWE is treating this as his last major run. And what better way to go out than as the most hated man in the business? Historically, the greatest farewell runs don't end with nostalgia. They end with betrayal and redemption. Cena's heel turn may be WWE's way of sending him off in the most impactful way possible. But here's where things get interesting. Does Cena actually retire as a villain? Wrestlers rarely finish their careers on the dark side. If this is truly his last run, will he go out as WWE's biggest villain, or does one last redemption arc still remain?